to a cozy sanctuary with pleasant candles, where every scent tells a story. Whether you're unwinding after a long day or setting the mood for a relaxing evening, our hand-poured premium candles fill your home with luxurious aromas designed to uplift, soothe, and inspire. Breathe in our different scents in according with your smell taste, ranging from fresh mountain mist to beach linen, bringing the ocean breeze right to your home. And for long-lasting fragrance, try our luxurious perfume diffusers. Shop now at pleasantcandles.com and light up your senses today.
How y'all doing and welcome. I am Willie Williams. Appreciate y'all for joining the player. Subscribe. Please remember, go around to the WillieWilliamsShow.com. Y'all check out a few things. Subscribe to the website. If you would like to support a player around here, you can get something for you and them little babies by clicking the Get link on the website. If you'd like to see what we call the event video, please go around to the Patreon, the Willie Williams Show. The link is down there in the description. I need you liking, sharing, telling somebody about a player. We try to get the thumbs up over 500 in every show so we can do something to the algorithm. Listen, we got a PayPal link down in the description. We got $, top and bottom. Willie Williams Show, that is the cash app. And if you just so happen to hit that super chat, please don't go over $5 because the player don't know if he getting it or not. They say I get 30, they say that they get 70. God damn it, I think they getting the whole 100. Remember, the midday news show, if you can't watch it with your eyes and you can't use your peripherals and see a player, big word, I hear any goddamn screen. We do got a thing called a podcast on Anchor and Spotify, the Willie Williams Show. Please follow me on IG and Twitter at the WW Show. Appreciate y'all.
How many of y'all believe that you should respect your elders? How many of y'all believe that right now? Come on. Don't be afraid to answer a player. Huh? Do yourself a solid and go ahead on and stop being afraid out here. You ain't got to fear me. You just go ahead on and answer the question because you is an adult. You is an adult. For you, damn it, you done hit the play button. You is an adult. You grown. Do not be afraid. Do not be afraid. You say, Willie, we believe nothing. That's what's up. That's what's up. You say, I do. That's what's up. Come on in, y'all. Cause I was just out here thinking. You say until they become disrespectful. I like that. There you go. Damn it, you see the road that I'm going down. I was listening to like some older folks talking about like the younger folks, and you need to respect your elders, and that's what's wrong with y'all. Y'all don't respect your elders, the people who came before you, the people who got the wisdom and all that fly stuff. And I'm thinking to myself, I think everybody should be respected. I think everybody should be respected. I got a problem with the old folk not respecting the younger folk. I've always saw that as an issue. But they will put the saying on the younger folk that you supposed to do something as a younger person. But them as an older person, they ain't got to do nothing but be older because they just done been on the planet just a little bit longer than us. Right? Respect is earned, not given. I've always like ever since I was a youngin', because I've always heard it. Respect your elders. Respect your elders. When the elder is talking, and this is really why they wanted it. They use the term or the word respect in place of shut your damn mouth when an older person is talking to you. Because if an older person is talking to you and you don't agree, you tend to have a response, right? When you have that response, an older person will tell you that you being disrespectful because of your response, because you, and here they call it talking back. You talking back to me? Be like, no, like I probably didn't agree with what you just had done said. Like what you had to say, it probably didn't make no damn sense. And I got something to say. I'm a human too. You know what I'm saying? But the young folks get beat down by the elders. I think that this was put in place. During slavery. I think it was put in place during slavery. And then I think that the older people just got to the point to where you don't question me. I am the adult, you is the child. You know? Adults, they don't like to be questioned because they know that they be on that BS. Adults that don't like to get questioned, they know that they be wrong. See, to a child or children or younger folk, you can pretty much tell them anything and get away with it. But to another adult, you can't do that. Like, you can't get away with what you just out here just saying to another adult. But at least in front of the youngest and the children, you can get away with it. This is something that mothers has been really, really good at when it comes down to their children. Or, to their children. Children ain't supposed to question. Especially mama. You don't question them. What the hell wrong with you? Grandma them? Hell no. And I was just sitting back thinking, there's parts of my life that I didn't like either. Now, I had a great upbringing. Great upbringing. Shit, I ain't got no problem with mine. But there was just them little things. Little bit of things that just growing up and listening, and now that I'm older, I'm like, that was wrong. Or that didn't make no sense. You say the children are being disrespectful. Now, I am in agreement with that. These young folks, they have no respect. They have no respect. I'm not taking that away from the younger generation. They fucking loose out here in these streets. But I'm just on the older folk right now. I'm on the older folk. I was just having that thought. Let me explain something to you. About the time that I hit about 20, I was just probably like 19, 20, them older folk been having a hard time with Willie. You just can't say stuff to me no more. I pay like I'm a young adult. Like you just ain't gonna say it to me like that. I got something to say. That don't sound right, and I know that what you just said ain't true. You just ain't gonna say it. The 209 Cali's in the building. What it do? But I was just listening though, man, and it was two women and a man who was having this discussion. And then I'm listening to how they talking to younger folks, and I'm like, but y'all is disrespectful. yeah. Y'all are disrespectful. I don't blame these young folks for cussing y'all ass out. I really don't. Yeah, you better question everything I hear. I don't give a damn who told it to you. You better question everything. And that's one of the things that I truly didn't really agree with religion. You can't question nothing. Which, what? Watch this. As a child, you don't know you can question. As a child, you don't know that. So you following the lead of the elders, of the adults. You don't question this. You don't question God. You know what I'm saying? They was wrong. That's why a lot of us is messed up now. A lot of us is older, but because of how we was raised and we was limited on our questioning, this is why it's difficult for us to deal in other circles and deal with other people. This is why a lot of us, we had hard times in school. Because you're taught at home, don't question certain things. So in school, you wouldn't question stuff. A lot of us went to college and all that stuff. We just didn't know how to ask questions, because asking a question get your head whooped. And if the parenting was what it was supposed to be and your children is asking questions, you is supposed to have been taught how to ask a question. See, there's multiple ways of asking questions. But when you as a child, you don't know that there's multiple ways of asking a question. Because the one way that you know to ask a question, that can get you in trouble. So then you'll tend to stop or not ask questions. Have y'all ever heard of a parent telling their child if they have like problems in school or like their grades bad, when the parent will say, well, why you ain't ask the teacher? Have y'all ever heard a parent say that? Or hell, have you ever been that parent who said that? And the child say, I don't know. That comes from you not allowing your child to ask questions. And or you have not trained your child on how to ask questions. That's all. I was just sitting out here thinking. I was just thinking about a little respect and all that fly stuff right there. Man, y'all come on in and hit that thumbs up button, man. Do not be afraid. We also streaming live on Rumble and Twitch out here in these streets. For those who is on Rumble, can y'all tell? Well, hell, I haven't played a video yet, but when I play a video, let me know, because I clicked on something and I had them remove something. I removed something, so I am gonna play a video. And I want to know, do I have video sound? I need to know that. Okay. All right. I'm a little pissed. Yeah. Saw something. Speaking of elders, I saw something and it saddened me. It saddened me. It done saddened me. Because I know that I'm younger than the person that I'm about to talk about. We're not going to let up. I want y'all to understand, we're not going to let up on talking about the shutdown. We're not going to stop. Shout out to Jasmine for the $1 cash app. I appreciate that right there. Every doggone show, I'm going to say something about it. And I'm going to be driving my points home on every show I hear. Doggone street until it's over. But I heard a dog and you sister say something in the video. It's just, I say, you is lying to me. We have a recipient. That's a big word. A recipient out here. A recipient of stamp benefits. Recipient stamp benefits. And I think that this is up in Jacksonville, Florida. My state, St. Ground State, Buster Beach, go home. State. Please don't run up when Fifth Eye Life State. They say that she gets about $2 a day. People get about $2 a day. And SNAP benefits, like when you add it all up, about $2 a day. If it expires, then she says that she won't have food for next month. Got it. $2 a day. Remember those commercials where they tell you, just 17 cents a day can feed a whole village? Why we can't do that in the United States? Just 17 cents. And if you would like to get on our membership, just 25 cents can feed a whole village and send everybody to school. Damn, a quarter? Listen, they can get food and an education? Quota? Got to be more careful. You say, well, I want both channels and I'm listening, and I'll let you know if I can hear the video. Now, I appreciate that right there. In just a second. So I'm in my feelings about what I'm finna go ahead on and play, because I don't want to snap. I don't want to snap because I don't want to be that person. There was a time where I called people stupid and dumb, just stupid. I can't stand you, stupid mofo. You know what I'm saying? I used to be like that right there. I still am. I just don't be saying it out loud. You know what I'm saying? Let's go and listen to our sister, because I'm hurt.
Government shutdown on Capitol Hill, and now a local woman who relies on food stamps explains what she and others like her are going through. They're waiting to find out if their SNAP benefits will stop coming.
I like that picture frame. I got one of these picture frames. No wonder I like it. Okay.
3 days from now.
We're the ones who are getting caught in this situation. We're the ones who are being hurt in this situation. We're the ones who become desperate in this situation.
This Saturday, the SNAP program, Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, it's going to run out of money. It's federally funded, so that ongoing gridlock in Washington, D.C., it could prevent millions of people from receiving the assistance they need to put food on the table.
Okay, so there's no sound on Rumble. All right, bam. I just keep trying to find some different angles to go at, but I'm getting nothing when I do it a certain way. All right, thank y'all. I appreciate it.
Democratic lawmakers in Florida are asking Governor DeSantis to declare a state of emergency for the people on the verge of losing their access to SNAP benefits November 1st.
News 4 Jax reporter Eric Avenir joining us live in studio tonight. And Eric, I know you spoke with this Jacksonville woman. She's one of those 3 million Floridians who rely on food stamps.
Yeah, Kent, the woman I spoke with is a disabled retiree living on a fixed income. Now, she requires more high-quality protein than carbohydrates because she's diabetic. She says it's already hard enough to purchase different meats at the grocery store with only $82 in SNAP benefits she receives every month, but
she gets $82 a month. They say that she needs some special food.
Living on a fixed income. Now, she requires more high-quality protein.
She requires more high-quality protein. What is high-quality protein, though? Because the protein is typically coming from what? Meats, right? Right. But what is the high quality of it, though? Is it organic food? Is they telling us that she require organic food? You know that stuff that they just came out with like 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago?
Carbohydrates because she's diabetic. She says it's already hard enough to purchase different meats at the grocery store with only $82 in SNAP benefits she receives every month, but
yeah. Damn, boy, that's tight right there, La Mama. You say diabetics shouldn't eat too much animal flesh. Okay.
Now she's on the verge of not having any money for foods while the government shutdown remains in place. 73-year-old Vanessa Lockett already has a tough time being disabled, living on a fixed income and relying on SNAP benefits, commonly known as food stamps, to pay for food.
Is it difficult? Yes. Am I worried? Yes.
She's worried because the current federal government shutdown threatens to prevent her from receiving food stamps come November 1st, when the SNAP program runs out of money.
If food stamps stop in November, I did not save enough food to carry me over because I ate per day.
In Lockett's case,
Damn. I ain't saving enough food because I ate per day. Like every day she would eat. I do understand that she's a diabetic. I get that part. All right, bam. You say so chicken, steak, so that's like the high quality or something. You say, is that a box of condoms? I think that, yeah. This would help for SNAP benefits. This and SNAP benefits should go hand in hand. But fish, turkey, chicken, or the best things to eat is a whole lot of vegetables. Okay. All right.
that's roughly $2 and some change per day because she only gets $82 per month in food stamps.
Stop. She's 70-something. $2 and something a day. Remember we did the story, I think it was a few days ago, to where they were saying that per person it should be like 50-some to 70-some dollars a day. It was from 40-some to 70-some, and I was like, hell, let's just make it just a flat 50, a day is what they were saying. She on $2 and some change. So they can actually cut down. If she could make it on $2 or something a day, y'all's and y'all children can make it on $2 or something a day a piece. You know what I'm saying? A day. I'm trying to point something out, but go ahead.
Which is not a lot when you consider the current cost of food at the grocery store.
I now buy things like black-eyed peas because it's a dry good and you can mix some meats in it. and it can go a lot more longer.
That's what pissed me off. That right there is what PO'd me. That right there. She say, I want y'all to be listening when I be talking. Say your wig. Baby, say that Tina Turner Proud Mary. Big wheel. Say keep on turning in that wheelchair. That's what's up. You wild. That bothered me. For those of you who don't know what's on the screen, those is Black Eyed Peas. Love them. They bag. They dried. Black Eyed Peas. She's in her 70s. I want y'all to think. She's in her 70s. And I caught this right here. Watch this.
Cost of food at the grocery store.
I now buy things like Black Eyed Peas.
What do you mean you now buy things like Black Eyed Peas? You in your 70s. Shouldn't you have always bought Black Eyed Peas? Shouldn't you have always bought dry beans? You in your 70s. Lady, you was around when y'all was growing y'all own food though. I don't. Yeah, lens, red beans and shit. 27 beans, 16, damn it, the 15 beans, lima beans. Dried beans is something that you was raised on. She says she just now get what? Because you can add meat with it and it can stretch. Y'all do understand that she is under the belief, because she have diabetes, that she have to eat meat. And the good doctors ain't gonna tell you it's really some things that you need to stop eating by having your cancers and your diabetes. One thing you really do need to cut out is your meat intake. It's just the one thing, but you also need to be out here fasting. Yeah, your body need a break. But it bothered me that a 70-something-year-old woman talk about she's just not trying to buy beans. I ain't, it's like I ain't even much sympathetic on that right there. What do you mean?
Just not a lot when you consider the current cost of food at the grocery store.
I now buy things like Black Eyed Peas because it's a dry good and you can mix some meats in it and it can go a lot more longer.
I'm in my 40s and I've been teaching and telling people you better have you some dry beans for decades. I know this. And you 30-some years my senior, baby. How you gonna get on national television and say, I now buy Black Eyed Peas? What? And you live in a senior facility community. You just not buying beans? Y'all, we got to do something. No, dog.
The struggle isn't just isolated to Lockett. She says many of her neighbors here inside the Cathedral Terrace apartment building for low-income senior citizens and people with disabilities are also relying on food stamps.
Most of the people in here has some kind of condition, so oftentimes we speak of our conditions and how the food is necessary for us.
Well, the food, see? And I want to point this out to you. Just because you older don't mean you wise. W-I-S-E. Just because you're older don't mean that you're wiser. That ain't what that means. Just because you older don't mean that you was educated. He said everybody in that building got something wrong with him. He said, well, is she going back to the beans? He say she thought that she was too good for them, but she got her wake-up call. There you go. Watch it.
Food stamps.
Most of the people in here has some kind of condition,
most of the people in there got some kind of condition, and I'm pretty sure that is at least in this big building, it's at least, I'm gonna say 100 people. When I know it's probably like 150, 200. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just going to give it 100. Most of y'all in there got ailments and shit. Y'all got this thing called Google. Y'all don't work nowhere. Y'all ain't came up with a little team or nothing. A lot of y'all worked Hell, I bet y'all is a lot of teachers in there too. It's a lot of teachers. It's people who have worked different jobs. You mean to tell me that y'all ain't created like a little council or nothing to work on and research and all this fly shit, how to cure y'all ailments? And you 30 years my senior, and I just thought about this. All y'all in there just about to damn die, but y'all don't want to come together. See, and I do understand this right here. When you in your 70s, you especially women, y'all typically believe everything that the doctor say. My doctor had them said the same way that y'all do with your pastors. Pastors say, instead of you open up the goddamn book for yourself. Y'all is real believers. I'm gonna go ahead on and say that right there. That's why I be trying to tell you young players, you go ahead on and get your cool guy head in these script. You can tell anything, that baby gonna believe it. Easily influenced. But anyway, no. This is sad.
Terrace apartment building for low-income senior citizens and people with disabilities are also relying on food stamps.
Say she can't hold her legs up no more, man. You gotta turn on the side. You gotta turn on the side. Go.
Most of the people in here has some kind of condition, so we speak of our conditions and how the food is necessary for us.
Well,
the food is necessary. The reason I said that y'all need to have some type of council or something like this, because y'all need to be discussing the foods that you should eat. And I'm not just saying to get your research just from information from the United States. You get your information from all over the world. You don't just use Google, you use the other search engines also. You look at other countries like, let's say, Japan or something like that, to where they're not suffering with as many ailments as Americans is. Look at their diets. I think that they got one of the big goddamn diets in the world. Round here, we is told that you should not eat rice and stuff like that right there, because the starch in it and stuff, it really messes up your body and stuff. Yeah. Do y'all understand when we give food aids and all this stuff right here? When we get aid to other countries, guess what we send them? Big ass 100-pound bags of rice. The Japanese have been eating rice. The Koreans been eating rice like on the daily. And they slimmer than us. Although they be eating soups and all that flash right there. And sister, what do you mean just the black beans? You ain't making no soups? Oh, she got diabetes, so she don't know. So she probably can't drink soups. I just somebody told her that she had to eat every day. And I guess it's for her insulin or something like that, that you have to eat or your insulin will like get low. Hold on. Oh, this is a perfect question right here. Can you go on a fast if you have diabetes? Yes, but only with a doctor's supervision. Fasting can be beneficial for some people with type 2 diabetes, but it also carries significant risks like dangerous low hypoglycemia or high hypoglycemia blood sugar levels, especially in those on insulin and certain medications. People with type 1 diabetics, pregnant and breastfeeding individuals, and those with a history of disordered eating should not fast unless medically advised and monitored, as it poses greater risk. Go on fast. Go on fast. Get your fasting on. The Lord say fast, don't it? Huh? And especially if you typically if you're in your 70s, you is a believer. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You say, Willie, you ever had rice with butter and sugar? Say, I love that. It's my favorite struggle meal. I haven't had the rice, butter, and sugar, but I have had the rice and the butter. I love me some rice. This can't tell me nothing about no rice. I love me some rice.
Lawmakers on both sides of Congress are pointing fingers at each other over which party is to blame for the shutdown. Lockett says she blames both sides. Lockett feels that she and others like her are caught in the middle of a war between the two political parties.
And I'm not sure how many people can survive the war. And the war is called no food.
And I want y'all to understand, your health is everything. I know you thinking, I got to work myself like a dog. I got to eat. I got to get that money. I'm trying to tell you, you better take a break. You better take a break. Your health is everything. Y'all better go to the doctor. Your health is everything. You need to be doing some research on how you need to be eating better. And you players who is trying to find a la, just because a lot of y'all have a standard of, I want a woman who know how to cook and clean. Let me explain something to you. Like I done told y'all around here, where y'all be wanting them women who can cook and clean, and they cook and clean, and they cook real good. The food they cooking is killing you. Maybe we need to start saying, I want a woman who understands nutrition. I want a woman who know how to cook to live. You know what I'm saying? We got to stop just saying a woman that know how to cook. We got to stop doing that. Stop it. I'm trying to help, but it just saddened me for that baby to be just out here just speaking the way that she had done spoke about them black eyed peas. I feel some type of way now. Anyway, moving right along. I ain't gonna eat much hold. We got some domestic love. Damn, I'm still in my feelings. I'm still in my feelings. Bitch, I want to say something else. Fasting is the fastest way to increase your insulin resistance. Is that good? Your resistance, insulin. That ain't good. We say have a smoothie in place of a meal. There it is. So that is good. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Resistance. Yeah. Stop that shit. Do y'all know that doctors would not tell y'all to fast? Because even doctors know that the body needs rest. The body needs rest. The majority of our ailments can damn near be solved by fasting. Cleansing the body. Let your body heal. That's why they tell you need 8 hours of sleep. Because sleep, while you sleep, the body repairs itself. They got a point, because the body is not taking in calories. The body ain't taking in food, and it ain't taking in no liquid. It's taking in nothing. That's all the fast is. Resting your damn body. There you go. The FDA don't want us fasting. There you go. Hell no, they lose money. They lose money. Bam, we got a situation right here. We got a situation out here in the doggone street where a baby had lost her life. A Norfolk woman has been killed by her ex-boyfriend, who she had reached out to the law for some help, but they was too late. Here we go.
We're learning more about a deadly stabbing earlier this week in Norfolk. 25-year-old Keandre DeBro is charged with second-degree murder and burglary in the death of 23-year-old Shakira Clark. Police say Clark was killed Monday inside her home on East Brambleton Avenue in Young Terrace. 10 Your Side's Karina Garcia uncovered new details in court documents.
Tonight, we are learning new details about a deadly stabbing in Norfolk. The woman, the victim, at the center of all of this. Court documents show us she was begging police for help just a month prior. A little before 8 Monday morning, Shakira Clark called 911, saying her ex-boyfriend, Keandre DeBro, was breaking into her home. By the time officers got there, it was too late. Clark was found unresponsive, with visible trauma reported across her body.
Didn't I have told y'all that the police is not here to save you? They is here for the aftermath. They come when it's over. They will not save your life. That's why you got... That's another black problem. Y'all still looking for saviors. Go ahead.
Court documents
or a savior
now reveal Clark had domestic charges pending against DeBro just last month, and she was granted a protective order on October 1st. That order expired 5 days later. DeBro and Clark had 2 children together. Both of them were home at the time of the incident. Centea Swift, a close relative of Clark, was there Monday, the day police responded to Brambleton Avenue.
It is just surreal. I can't even say. I mean, I just can't believe it that I just saw her not even 10 hours ago.
That's how fast we be out here dying. Sister, shout out to Crown Reeves for the $2 super chat. You say my bro Willie Williams is still going strong. Salute to your fam. I appreciate you being back around here. That's what I'm talking about. Here we go.
She told 10 on Your Side the children were ages 3 and 1 years old.
They're so young, but they're very smart kids.
According to police and court filings, Dubrow was arrested by Norfolk's fugitive squad.
Well, the police have various reports she made in regards to this young man terrorizing her. This is, unfortunately, it's surreal.
Records show Dubrow had been wanted since 2021 on other serious charges, including robbery, abduction, and strangulation involving a separate victim.
He's been wanted since 2021. It's 2025. He has a 1-year-old and a 3-year-old. So for all that time he's been wanted, he has been having children with the victim. Been in a whole relationship with the victim while he has been wanted for some things that he did to another person. Go ahead.
Serious charges, including robbery, abduction, and strangulation involving a separate victim. A criminal complaint shows Dubrow stands accused of using his cousin's identity to avoid arrest. Court records also note he was polite and cooperative during his hearing, at one point saying he was, quote, sorry for what he did.
Oh, so he was raised right because he was polite. He respected his elders.
That he made a mistake. For now, Dubrow remains behind bars. He is due back in court for a bond hearing come November 3rd. In Norfolk, Karina Garcia, 10 on Your Side.
Got to be more okay. He say he's sorry. I ain't mean it, but y'all know how she be talking. You know. Now, again, y'all got to ask yourself, what would make a player knock off his baby mama? Of 2 children, not just one. Either she ain't want him or she had somebody else or she did something to him. Maybe found out that the children weren't his. I don't. It's something, but baby, you did or you said something. I like her representative, though. That's what's up. Bam. Y'all losing your life. And we ain't even made it to Thanksgiving yet. Y'all just out here dying. Yeah. Ooh, I saw this right here, too. This should be dangerous. You should never, in my mind, never sleep close to y'all's laptops and tablets and your phone. Stop sleeping close to your phone. Shit can go bad. We have a youngin' who done messed around and got burnt, I think, by his phone or something like that right there. Damn it looked like somebody done cut his neck. Look.
Before your children sleep with a phone or maybe a tablet in bed, you might want to think again. One Louisiana boy is lucky to be alive after suffering serious burns from his tablet charger.
Yeah, I spoke to his mother, who says her son is a walking testimony, and she's urging other parents to take notice. It's a story you'll only see on WDSU, but first, we want to warn you, the following images might be disturbing to some.
It felt like my heart just like fell out of me because it was, I mean, as you can see.
Oh, jeez. It's graphic, y'all.
It was horrific.
Lauren Morrow woke up to a nightmare. Her child screaming for help in her Gina, Louisiana home. Her 9-year-old son, Ashton, was asleep when his necklace got caught up with his tablet charger, sparked, and caught fire.
Is that real gold? Is that sterling silver? Is that platinum? Is that 24? Is that 14? Is that 10? Huh? Is that makeup jewelry?
It was like this loud bang, and then I woke up, and then I just started shaking, and I was screaming help, and then I started to like stop shaking after a while, and then me and my brother Brentley ran into the room, and we were saying help.
I was thinking about that right there too. Like, where'd she get that little black boy from? Where'd she get the black baby from?
9-year-old suffered burns to his neck and hand. His mom and dad took him to the emergency room. They were later transported to the LSU Ochsner Burn Unit in Shreveport. Morrow overwhelmed and emotional.
He got a mama and a daddy, so he probably got a darker hue daddy.
Lost it. I started crying, but I didn't want him to see it, so, I left out of the room. But, yeah, it hit me hard because, I mean, in all reality, we could be planning a funeral right now.
Sadly, this happens a lot across the country. Several studies show a large number of people and kids sleep with their phones or tablets charged under their pillow or somewhere in their bed. The National Fire Protection Association recommends don't charge your devices under a pillow, on your bed, on a couch, or in a location that's exposed to direct sunlight. Only use a battery and charging cord that's designed for your specific device.
Right.
It's tips like this that'll have families like Laura Morrow's thinking twice to keep their families safe.
Oh, hell no. I know all them ain't goddamn children. They gotta be like adopting, right? 2. There's 4. That's 8. They got 8 kids. You lying to me.
To keep their families safe.
I'd rather be safe than sorry. And if that's taking a chance by, making your kids put their tablets and stuff in the living room or the kitchen while they're in the bed, then so be it.
How happy are you to know that your mom and your dad moved quickly to make sure you're okay and safe?
I'm really happy.
And Ashton's mom says he will continue to get treatment if necessary, but overall, he's expected to be okay with no major setbacks.
Just gotta let the skin heal. You know what I'm saying? Look, hold up. Got to be more careful. Guess who? Listen. They not on the news for Snap, though. They not on the news for Snap, though. Do y'all think that they all hugs? I think that they all hugs. I think they're all them, and they all boys. No. They got 2 girls. I think this is a girl. This is a girl. Damn, that's a lot of kids. 8 plus them 2, that's 10. There is not a vehicle on the planet that you can buy that seat 10. I got the 8-seaters. I know it ain't no 10-seaters. I would love to have one, but got to be more careful. Talk about a family, but the good thing is, they's a family. The good thing is, it's a man, it's a mother, and a father in that goddamn household. Just saying. I don't think that she'll ever be one of them ones. I could do it. I could do it all by myself. Look at y'all. Look at y'all done corrected the player. 11 passenger van, 15 passenger van. And y'all absolutely correct, right? I wasn't thinking about the vans. Like I wasn't thinking about like the buses and stuff like that right there. I was just thinking about like the regular vehicles that we be having up to SUVs. You know what I'm saying? But you got me. And you're absolutely correct. We do have 15 passenger vans. We got the Econo Lodges and we got the Sprinters and shit like that right there. You absolutely correct. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. You say, Willie, you sure? You sure the father is in the house? I think that the dad is in the house. Yeah. Yeah. Listen. He got a... Damn, I don't even want to say it like that right there, though. I don't want to say it. But he got a lighter hue white. I ain't want to say it like that right there. I didn't want to say that. Yes, of course the father is in the house because he has a lighter hue wife. I didn't want to do that. Because our darker hue sisters have the fathers in the household too. I just got to say that. It's just I just seen and just hear so many darker hue chicks talking about I can do it all by myself. I know it's chicks who have husbands and living in the house with the kids and all that place. I do. I understand, but it seems like the masses of our darker hue sisters just they refuse. They refuse. A lot of people will say, hey, a lot of hue sisters is more cooperative. Yeah. How would they be out here saying? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe so. I don't know. You say, Willie, I gotta go. Dr. Umar is Dr. Umar on you, darling, with the lighter hue don't automatically equal better or peaceful. Facts. That's why I had to stop myself. I was like, I shouldn't say that. But damn it. Let me explain. My personal experiences. I think I said it yesterday when I was talking about the PIMP. When I was talking about the minors was with Raymond yesterday, and I said that the lighter hue sisters cooperate way better than darker hue sisters. The best PIMPs to tell you. But for me and my personal experiences, dark hue, lighter hue sisters is more cooperative. It just is. Just saying. You say, Willie, you slipping neck tattoos on the left. Listen, I was gonna say something, but I was like, I kept meaning to say it, but it kept slipping my mind. And you talking about Buddy right here. Big ass tattoo on his neck. Now, I'm thinking that he is in his 20s or something like that right there. That's why I really want to focus on little Buddy. But he is the one. He is the one who got the chain around his neck like a slave. He got the slave, like, he can say he got PTSD. I was hanging in my dream and they tried to kill me in my dream. Something like that. Anyway, moving right along. Now, I didn't want to do this right here. But the Massey family, in case y'all don't remember, Sonia Massey. Remember the story of the sister who was inside of her home with the two officers inside of the home, and she was having, the water was boiling on the stove, and they say, hey, your water about to boil over or something like that right there. She picked up the pot, and she was faking and shit, and the officer had to pull his thing out. He said, bitch, if you don't put that there down, I'm going to shoot you. If she don't do what, officer? Going to shoot you. If she don't do what? Just say it one more time. If you don't do this, I'm going to do that. Yeah, the Sonia Massey family. Well, the shooter, the officer, went to court and he got found guilty. The family is upset. The family is not okay, like we straight now. No. They saying that something ain't right. Hold on, wait, hold on. That shit ain't coming up right, so I'm just gonna leave it on this right here. I can put that right there. We gonna let the family speak, man, and we got to give them their justice. Here we go.
She called for help, you all. Yes. And she was murdered in her own home.
Those were words spoken by Sonia Massey's family and those supporters. Indeed, minutes after a verdict was announced for the man who shot their daughter. Good evening, I'm Kelly Finley, in for Brandon.
And I'm Jennifer Roscoe. Former Deputy Sean Grayson was found guilty of second-degree murder. The jury reaching that decision after more than 11 hours of deliberations and over a year since Massey was killed in her home. WCIA3's Brandon Morano is live from Peoria now. Brandon, set the scene for us.
Set the scene, Brandon.
Jennifer, I asked Sonia Massey's father, James Wilburn, today what he thinks that Sonia would have said if she was alive today. He told me, quote, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus, and that I love you, Dad, because that's how they were in their calls together. He called her a daddy's girl before tearing up. Now, the man...
He say, what would your daughter say? Or what would your daughter would have said? I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. Wasn't she saying that inside of the house or something like that right there?
That's how they were in their calls together.
Hold on.
Rebuke you in the name of Jesus.
Come on.
That Sonia would have said if she was alive today. He told me.
If she was alive today, she would have said what?
Quote, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. And that I love you, Dad, because that's how they were in their calls together. He called her a daddy's girl before tearing up. Now, the man that killed his daughter, Sean Grayson, has been convicted of second-degree murder. Massey's family doesn't see that as justice. from the time the jury got into the courtroom to the time the verdict was read was very brief. Judge Cadigan read the verdict, skipping over the first 3 counts of first-degree murder and going directly to the guilty verdict on second degree. The penalties for each are very different in Illinois. First-degree murder could have carried a sentence of decades to life in prison if the firearm enhancement was added. That didn't happen. Second-degree murder carries a sentence of anywhere from 4 to 20 years in the state of Illinois, meaning Grayson could be out in just a couple years' time or no time at all if he gets probation. That's something we brought up to civil rights attorney Antonio Romanucci, who says the family was hoping for a first-degree conviction. Now they're hoping for the max sentence. Massey's father, James Wilburn, also saying this afternoon, quote, Sean Grayson should be able to walk out of prison when my daughter gets up and walks out of that burial vault.
Ooh, say when his daughter get raised from the dead, that's when he need to go out on the jump. I don't think that he was guilty. I don't think that he should have been found guilty. She playing with hot water. And the people was acting like it was just hot water. Have y'all been to the burn unit? I don't think y'all have.
They added their fight's not over. Here's more from Romanucci.
He had the power of a gun.
Yes.
He had the strength of a badge.
Watch that. He had the power of a gun, so that's real power. He had the power of a badge. That's real power. Guess who didn't comply?
Shield. And what did he do with that strength and power?
Used it.
He told Sonia, who was holding a pot,
yes,
I am going to shoot you in the face.
Yes. See, the sad part is he did not just tell the people why he said, I'm going to shoot you in the face. He just left it there so people can be like, a police officer told a lady that I'm going to shoot you in your face. Because, you know, everybody didn't watch the story. Everybody don't know the story. And then when new people come around and listen to this right here, oh my God, why did that police just say that? And they just shot her and he didn't get second-degree murder. He didn't get 100 years in jail. Why did he just leave it like that? Knowing good as hell well what the officer had done said.
Going to shoot you in the face.
And she didn't believe him.
Now, Grayson's sentencing is scheduled for January 29th in Sangamon County, not here in Peoria County.
It was boiling water because the pot was on the stove. The police was like, hey, you better get the water because the water or some shit boiling. And she had to get up and go to the stove. And she faking with the damn thing like, hey, shout it, put the pot down. And then they had to pull his gun out. Look, bitch, ain't nobody playing. I'm going to shoot you in your face for playing now. She faked. He faked and he bammed on her. Yeah, what it is.
That'll be at 9 a.m. in the Sangamon County Courthouse. Jennifer?
All right, Brandon, thank you so much. Now, from inside the courthouse to what's been happening outside since that verdict came down this afternoon, supporters of the Massey family have rallied outside since last week. At this trial today, these same groups gathered to hear Massey's family speak, and they reacted to the second-degree murder conviction.
WCIA 3's Amanda Brennan joins us now live from Peoria. Amanda, we heard from her cousin who shared that he was filled with rage after this verdict was given.
Kelly, correct. And right after that, he says, quote, I will dedicate the rest of my life to dismantling the system that created this. Him and other members of the Massey family share a similar sentiment. Her father, James,
he said, I'll spend my life
to dismantling the system
that system. Oh, we be talking.
Created this. Him and other members of the Massey family share a similar sentiment. Her father, James, says, quote, there will be justice for Sean Grayson, maybe not in this life, but the next.
So then there will be no justice. Why y'all be that? If you believe that there will be justice, if not in this life, but in the next, why y'all mad? Because in order to get justice in the next life, that means you is a believer in God. Just like your daughter would have said, I rebuke you and all that shit. So she's a believer. So whoever said that right there, which is the father, if I'm not mistaken, he's a believer. But y'all mad though. This makes no sense. If you know there's gonna be justice, why is you stressing? Why is you angry about anything? And why you have to go through your whole life to make sure that you tear down the system that had done created this situation? What, man,
Her father, James, says, quote, there will be justice for Sean Grayson, maybe not in this life, but the next. He's upset Grayson was a law enforcement officer in Sangamon County to begin with. He wishes Grayson never had a badge or gun.
But y'all would never say that you wish that she would have complied with the police. They ain't gonna never say that. Why? Why? People trying to get the bag.
But he says his joy now is knowing he'll see his daughter again. Whenever the sun opens, I will see her again, he told.
Where? Now, he didn't say when I leave Earth that I'm gonna see her again. He say when the sun opens. What does that mean? Is it when the sun come up in the morning, when the sun come from behind the clouds? Hell, the sun got to be out, right? For you to see her again. Where? Like, is her image just going to show up? Is a spirit just going to be around? Is he actually going to be able to see her face, her figure, and all that right there? Like, we just be talking, dog. Where you going to see your loved one at and you still on Earth? Because remember, we have been taught that you'll see your loved ones after you die. I ain't never heard seeing your loved ones while on Earth. That's new to me.
Told the community today. Teresa Haley, Springfield's NAACP president, says this is not justice, and she is ready for a change in Illinois and across the country.
I forgot why she hadn't called the police. I think because she was saying that somebody was trying to break into her apartment or something like that. Damn it, she wasn't in an apartment. She was like in a duplex or something like that right there. I think that what she was saying, that somebody was trying to break in or something, but it was something wrong with Shouty.
We have to continue to fight to change the laws because there's no justice. It's just us.
Do y'all know how disrespectful that line is right there? Did y'all know that line she just said, "It's no justice, it's just us"? Look in the crowd. Who is just us? Do she mean black? Because I see white people in the crowd also. So is she saying that just black and it's not these white folks who is over here who is backing us up and backing them up, taking on the case, protesting, marching and all this shit? Is she alienating white folk? That's why I say the saying that she just said, that shit is disrespectful when you got these people, him working long hours and shit, trying to do a case and all that fly shit. It's stupid, dog.
We have to continue to fight to change the laws.
So we have been fighting to change. Have y'all been fighting to change the laws? Is there a law that's about to come out that y'all been fighting for? I have no idea. I'm just asking. I'm not trying to be slick. Because we need to be fighting to change laws. Or we shouldn't be fighting. We should just be trying to change laws. And I would just love to know what laws they're trying to change. Maybe we could speak about it on the show to let other people know that, hey, they trying to get this law passed, so we need to speak about it to let other people know that people are trying to get this law passed so the law can get passed. If we have more people to vote for this law, that people don't know about right now. I would just love to know.
Because there's no justice. It's just us.
But the daddy said, if he don't get justice now, then get justice in the afterlife. So at the same time she could say that there's no justice, the daddy said that there is justice. It just may not happen here, it just may happen over there.
And we are tired of standing alone.
Civil rights attorney Ben Crump and Antonio Romanucci says in part, quote, while we believe Grayson's actions deserved a first-degree conviction, today's verdict is still a measure of justice.
They would have failed. They would have lost the damn case. Is we slow? Say, wow. Listen, they got their degrees. They rich. So I guess they better than me. That's what's up. You say, while we believe Grayson's actions deserved a first-degree conviction, do y'all know that they would have had to prove intent? Do y'all know that first degree is premeditated, right? They would have lost. Am I right or am I right? They would have lost trying to get first degree. Today's verdict is still a measure of justice for Sonya Massey.
For Sonya Massey. Now you can read that full statement on our website, as well as a full report on what has happened inside of the Peoria County Courthouse since last Monday up until that verdict was read today. Now we've also brought you plenty of coverage regarding some protesters who have been outside of the courthouse. They are no longer here. They left when many family members left after that press conference earlier this afternoon. Reporting live in...
That's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, she didn't throw it. She had the pot in her hand. Yeah. She wouldn't put the pot down. She ducking and playing around and all that little fly shit. Baby. She faking. Faking got her ass shot. I hope that that's a learning lesson for all you peoples. I be out here trying to tell y'all, why don't you just comply? It's just so simple. And if the officers is wrong, sue. You know that y'all be having like lawyers and stuff out here in these streets. Y'all got lawyers on deck. You know what I'm saying? So why even argue? Why argue? Why fight with the police? It makes no sense. He said, "Willie, the last time you said she threw the pot, did I say that? Oh, please forgive me. Please forgive me. She did not throw no pot. I thought that I said that they said put the pot down, and if you don't, I'm gonna shoot you in your face. So if I said that she threw the pot, I'm wrong. I misspoke. She did not throw the pot. Player didn't give her a chance to throw the pot. That's why he was stressing, you don't put that shit down, I'm finna shoot the shit at you. And she played that game. She lost. But the people, especially in the Dark-Hue communities, is not gonna tell other Dark-Hue folk she was wrong too. If they believe that the officer was wrong, then they have to. Well, they don't have to, but you should believe that she was wrong first. Actions. There's consequences and repercussions. But there's an action, there's a reaction, something like that. It's physics or something. Damn it. It's the natural order of things. If this happened, then this will happen. We all know that. But for some reason, when Dark-Hue folk be out here getting dead for non-compliance, you don't never want to tell that to the people who are still on Earth. Dog, she would still be living if she complied. We wouldn't even be talking about this right here. If she complied. Simple. Move right along. I ain't gonna eat much on you. I think it was yesterday or the day before, to where I was talking about y'all got to stop giving that meat away for free. A lot of y'all don't believe that ladies is buying meat out here in these streets, and I just want to tell y'all that they are. They've always bought meat. From the time that they was able to have some money, they've bought meat. I'm trying to tell y'all, you can go in like any state or any city and see a woman taking care of a man. She's buying meat. You can catch them at the club. Hell, you can catch them at Starbucks now. They got a few dollars for you. You can catch them in the street that slide up on you. Say, come on, get on in. Yeah. A lot of times we talk about trafficking. We talk about human trafficking, sex trafficking. We talk about sex working and all this fly stuff right here. Well, now we have a different one. Because this story here is not about women being sex trafficked. This story is about a man being coerced, manipulated, forced into sex trafficking. Not by a man. No, not by a man. But by a sister named Cookie. A sister named Cookie. Hold on. Damn it. Oh, sis. Oh, sister named Cookie. Cookie out here got hoes. Cookie out here with hoes. Listen. Cookie out here got hoes and making hoes do, go out there and get my money, I couldn't believe it when I saw the story. I was like, you is lying to me. Cookie look a mess. Cookie done took the baby hairs and attached them to the eyebrows. So from the goal line, the hairline, to the eyebrow is baby hair. You say, did she resist? She probably did. Now, I got a slight problem with the story. My media partner, my peer, is going to have a facial expression that I really do not agree with, and he probably need to be reprimanded. But I'm going to let y'all see it. And y'all let me know, is there something wrong with his facial expressions?
2 women kidnapped him at gunpoint and forced him in. New tonight, a man says 2 women kidnapped him at gunpoint and forced him into sex work.
Court records backing up the victim's story, and he's sharing it only on 13. ABC 13's Luke Jones is live at the Harris County Jail detailing those 6 days of terror, Luke.
6 days.
Yeah, and what a terror it was. So far, the only charges are aggravated kidnapping, but this man says, in reality, he was really the victim of sex trafficking. Masterminded, he says, by a woman who called herself Cookie, operating out of a North Harris County motel.
What do y'all see wrong with his facial from the time that he started talking?
It was. So far, the only charges are aggravated kidnapping, but this man says, in reality, he was really the victim of sex trafficking. Masterminded, he says, by a woman who called herself Cookie, operating out of a North Harris County motel.
There's only being charged with aggravated kidnapping. They're not charged with sex trafficking or human trafficking. Here we go. Yes, he's laughing.
Really ghetto. It was scary.
A young man who still shudders when he thinks about all he endured. For almost a week, he says he was held captive in a room at the Regency Inn on Cypress Station near FM 1960. Forced, he says, to have sex for money. We're blurring his face to protect his privacy.
It was a lot of crackheads, like a lot of them, like a lot of sketchy homeless people.
A life, he says, he never imagined for himself. One the Harris County Sheriff's Office says he was sucked into October 18th. That's when they say one of the victim's friends, Esmeralda Pena, invited him to the Regency.
She said that she had a job for me.
Shout out by one of them old. Shout out to Rockhound Radio for the $2 cash app. Say, how is meat stay up under duress? I don't know, but there has been several men who have been raped, and they meat stands at attention.
Like she was gonna help me make some money because I didn't have a job.
Once here, he says he was introduced to this woman, Herbanique Forrest. Although when they met, he says she went by a different name.
Her name was Cookie.
Cookie, he says, quickly said about signing him up for an escort site.
That's the no. Listen. In case y'all, won't need a little something.
Quickly said about signing.
Mega Personals. I never heard of it. I don't even know if this is in the great state of Florida. But Mega Personals, you can post your ads and stuff like that if you trying to pay bills. Hell, if you don't get your stamps, You can post right there.
Setting him up for an escort site and told him he'd have to have sex with men for money. The next day, he says he saw an opportunity to escape and returned home.
Cookie say, listen, you got to sell that thing to men, though.
A different name.
Her name was Cookie.
Cookie, he says, quickly set about signing him up for an escort site and told him he'd have to have sex with men for money. The next day, he says he saw an opportunity to escape and returned home. But just 4 hours later, deputies say a doorbell camera shows Pena and Forrest at the victim's front door, this time with an armed man.
Stop. So he found a way to escape. He went back to his crib.
Escape and returned home.
He escaped and returned home. And what happened?
But just 4 hours later, deputies say a doorbell camera shows Pena and Forrest at the victim's front door, this time with an armed man.
With an armed man, so they had to use a man for enforcement. But here's my problem. Here, the same thing that I say about females, or the same thing that I say about females. If they ain't had your ass shackled, you can get away. Well, obviously he was able to get away, and he went back to the crib. The one thing that he didn't do is tell on Cookie them. He didn't go to the police. Huh? The same thing that we say about women. You were supposed to go to the police.
Investigators say they and Nixon Simmons forced him into
Look
a
at Nixon. Dang.
car at gunpoint.
Cookie started beating me, and she was like, don't I ever leave again. Like, if I ever leave, like, she'll blow my brains out.
For the next 6 days, he says he was beaten, plied with drugs, and deprived of food. At night, he says he was expected to solicit men in this Ross parking lot, although he says he only ever slept with one.
I knew that if I made them money, they would keep making me work for them. They'll keep me around. So I just tried not to sleep with anybody.
Even so, he says the experience left him drained, and at one point, hoping Forrest would make good on an earlier threat.
Like a couple days in, I kind of wanted her to kill me. Like, I told her to kill me, like, just get it over with.
In the end, he says it was his aunt who saved him. October 24th, he says he was able to text her using a phone he'd hidden from his captors, and that she picked him up during one of those nights out in the Ross parking lot.
I was just like, yeah, this is not a good place to be at.
And the victim says he wasn't the only one forced to do this. One of the suspects, Esmeralda Pena, also beaten and made to walk the streets, he says. Right now, this case still under active investigation. Live downtown, Luke Jones.
I think we need to speak to his supervisor. He told his whole story with a smirk on his goddamn face. Listen, I feel some type of way. Huh? Because if it wasn't them hoes out here, ain't nowhere in the hell he would have had no smile.
And the victim says he wasn't the only one forced.
You could not have that little smile on your face. Listen, when y'all do the stories and it's involving and the victim is a woman and all that, y'all be sad like y'all be going to a damn funeral or something, like you know the bitch who they just had done saved out here. Now when it's a man though, you got the little kiki face and shit. Somebody need to reach out to the news station. Somebody need to reach out to the news station. Now, player, I ain't trying to get you fired, but you need to learn something. You need to be like suspended for this weekend. You know what I'm saying? You don't smile when shit happen to a man out here. That's what's wrong with y'all now. Shit funny when it happened to one of us. Now we got to go ahead on the back the little thing up. Hold on. So Esperanza is the one who had done hit him up because he needed like a few dollars. You see, he said that he needed a few dollars.
October 18th. That's when they say one of the victim's friends, Esmeralda Pena, invited him to the Regency.
And then you got to think about this right here. Esperanza or Esperina, Pena, she was also forced to walk the script. Oh, what, Ross? Go ahead.
That she had a job for me. Like, she was going to help me make some money because I didn't have a job.
Once here.
You didn't have a job. She finna help you make some money. Now, he knew that she sold monkey because they friends. You know what your friend be out here doing. You know what I'm saying? So you were going to have to sell some meat. Yeah.
Here, he says he was introduced to this woman, Herbanique Forrest. Although when they met, he says she went by a different name.
Her name
Do Cookie look like a killer? I don't think Cookie look like no little killer though here, isn't it? But Am bitch, they got her baby hairs from the first down to the touchdown. It's from the first down to the touchdown. That bitch dangerous. Cookie dangerous.
Was Cookie?
Cookie, he
She
says.
a rainbow pimp is wild.
Quickly
right?
said about signing him up for an escort site.
Hold on. W seek M seek W. Is that woman seek man, man seek woman, man seek man? Because this is a MM. And VV seek V. What the hell is? Oh no. Woman seek woman. I thought that was VV seek VV. I'm like, what the hell is that? But those are W's. Those are W's. All right.
And told him he'd have to have sex with men for money.
You got to have sex. Listen, you got to go on out there. You got to bust it open. You got to bust it open or get bust open. Let's see. I can't pronounce her name. Tried to make the complainant to have sexual relationship with other males for money. The complainant refused as a result, and then she jumped on him.
The next day, he says he saw an opportunity to escape and return home.
He saw an opportunity, so he was at the hotel. Remember, because they was at the hotel. He saw an opportunity. He got on from around there. That boy went back to the crib. He ain't go to the police. He ain't called like a little cousin or nothing like that right there. He ain't got no brother. Do y'all understand that he is a her? You say, Willie, I signed up for researchers purposes only. That's what I'm talking about. A lot of y'all mega personals. Go ahead on and check out mega personals now. Yeah. Do that right there. It's the same. Now listen, I got to talk crap about it because he did not go to the doggone police when he was supposed to go to the police. So he left Cookie them able to do this type of stuff to other people, which harms other people. This is what happens when y'all don't go to law enforcement. Y'all leave it. Y'all leave the bad people on the streets, and the bad people should not be on the streets. We got to get the baddies off the street. Baddies, bad people. Yeah. We got to get them off the streets. He went to the crib though.
But just 4 hours later,
and they run the doorbell. Guess what he did when they run the doorbell?
Deputies say a doorbell camera shows Pena and Forrest at the victim's front door, this time with an armed man. Investigators say they and Nixon Simmons forced him into a car at gun.
They came to his home and pushed the ring doorbell, so they already is recorded on camera. That baby look familiar though, but it's somebody we out there like, it was a big ass lashes, baby. I don't know where you get, but now typically y'all don't do like the top and bottom big, like do it. I don't think that y'all need to be doing like the top and bottom. Like if y'all top big, the top should be enough for the top and bottom, right? Y'all be looking the is that a man? Is that a boy? Is this a boy right here? I don't know. Say Willie, he was raised by his mama. Yeah. He a little girl. Him is a little girl. Because he pulled a girl move. I'm finna escape and go back to the crib like ain't nothing happened. Yeah. Huh? I think that's a boy. Strong face though. And the thing to see, and ladies, I want y'all to understand. With your hair and with those things that be on your eyebrows and the things y'all, to your lashes and your eyebrows and your breast jobs and your booties and your nails and all that stuff, men can mimic y'all so well. So well. Say that's a multiple choice person. He said those lashes belong on a Nissan. Got to be more careful. What is him name? Say it again.
Investigators say they and Nixon Simmons forced him.
Nixon. That is a boy. Nixon Simmons. I didn't catch it the first time. Nixon. That's a whole. If your name Nixon, I would say that you probably was raised in a good household, though. To get a name Nixon, it don't speak community to me. It don't speak darker hue community. It don't speak that to me. I don't. Nixon? Who the hell naming their child Nixon? Go ahead.
Investigators say they and Nixon Simmons forced him into a car at gunpoint.
Forced him in the car, so he had to open up the door. They run the doorbell. The one, remember, he escaped his captives. They run the doorbell. He opened the door. Yes, what y'all want? I don't want to do that no more. I don't want to play like that no more.
Cookie started beating me, and she was like, "Don't I ever leave again?"
You done let a bitch jump on you. You was raised by your mammy like that. And Cookie ain't like you even attracted to Cookie. Cause she off rip told you that you need to go find you some men's. That mean that she know that you like men's. Uh-huh. You don't let Cookie whoop you? Bitch, I'd be ashamed.
And she was like, "Don't I ever leave again? Like, if I ever leave, like, she'll blow my brains out."
For the next 6...
If I ever leave, she'll blow my brains out. I believe him. I believe Cookie said all that fly shit to scare you because you scary. And it's okay to be scared. I do understand that right there. As a person, just as a human being, because everybody ain't tough and hard and all that. I get that. But boy, you should have went to the police. They your friends.
Stays. He says he was beaten, plied with drugs, and deprived of food.
They beat me, supplied with drugs, and they ain't give you no food. So how was you able to work, though?
At night, he says he was expected to solicit men in this Ross parking lot, although he says he only ever slept with one.
I knew.
So Ross must be jumping. Ross must have like a lot of dudes coming on up there. Or maybe that's like the nearest storefront or something like that, close to like the hotel.
That if I made them money, they would keep making me work for them. They'll keep me around. So I just try not to sleep with anybody.
Even so, he says the experience left him drained, and at one point, hoping Forrest would make good on an earlier threat.
It left him drained. He was drained. He was at the storefront to where people going in and out of the store. He was at the storefront to where he could have blinked through the glass and got some help. He could have channeled help around that bit. You're right. Yeah, right. Ross parking lot is the track. I just don't say, yeah. Working on the empty stomach is dangerous. Working on the empty stomach is dangerous, man. But then again, you got to be careful. Especially for a man. Like, you got to be careful by eating certain things and going on out there trying to bust it open. Shit may not work out for you right. You mess around and eat some black-eyed peas, some black beans, something. It ain't gonna work out good for you when you got to bust it open. I'm just saying, look at Cookie. Cookie look a mess.
So I just try not to sleep with anybody.
Even so, he said.
So he tried not to make money on the track.
As the experience left him drained, and at one point, hoping Forrest would make good on an earlier threat.
Like a couple days in, I kind of wanted her to kill me. Like I told her to kill me. Like just get it over with.
And you all have to really, really think that he's down so bad. That has been emasculated so much that he, in my opinion, he has been molested and raped. I think that he has been traumatized by a woman or women. Shout out to the luscious one for the $5 cash app. Say, I'm just here listening tonight. I appreciate that right there. I really, really do. It sounds like he was probably touched on by mama boyfriend or a few of boyfriends or hell, maybe a daddy. But it seems to me like the masculine has been knocked all out of him. You don't let Cookie jump on you. I don't. You say, well then just go ahead on and just kill me then. You could have got it. You got away. You could have got away again. I don't.
Then I kind of wanted her to kill me. Like I told her to.
So he's ready to die, is my point. So there's something that hadn't happened previous or prior to this right here. Because remember, his friend girl, hey, she know that I needed some money because I ain't had no damn job. He probably was an orphan. He was probably in the system.
Kill me, like just get it over with.
In the end, he says it was his aunt who saved him. October 24th.
So he had a whole auntie out here.
He says he was able to text her using a phone he'd hidden from his captors, and that
he texts his auntie, so that means he's close to his auntie. Willie, how you know he's close to his auntie? He didn't use his phone to text his auntie. He used someone else's phone to text his auntie. In order for him to text his auntie, he had to have his auntie phone number. In order for him to have the phone number, he knew it by heart. So he's close to his auntie. He had to know the number by heart. So that means he's called that number multiple times and he's communicated, and he's probably like the best auntie and all that fly stuff right there. And now y'all got to think about that right there. So he had an auntie who came around and saved him. But the first time he escaped, he never called auntie. Strange.
He says he was able to text her using a phone he'd hidden from his captors, and that she picked him up during one of those nights out in the Ross parking lot.
My bad, I take that back. He used the phone that he hidden from one of his captors. I thought that he had done hid a phone that he had done got from one of his captors. So no, he did not have the phone. He didn't have to remember the phone number because he had a phone. So they probably weren't close, but hell, she came around there.
It's like, yeah, this is not a good place to be at.
And the victim says he wasn't the only one forced to do this. One of the suspects...
Look at him smiling. The suspect said he wasn't the only suspect to have to do this or the only victim who has to do this. With that goddamn smile on your face, playboy. Huh? What if this was your brother? What if this was your uncle? What if this was your daddy? You wouldn't want nobody smiling, now would you?
I was just like, yeah, this is not a good place to be at.
And the victim says he wasn't the only one forced to do this. One of the suspects, Esmeralda Pena, also beaten and made to walk the streets, he says. Right now, this case still under action.
So Pena done side him up. She getting her ass whooped. She like, I ain't gonna be the only one getting jumped on. Shit, I need a friend out here to help me walk the Ross track. Y'all soliciting that Ross.
Investigation. Live downtown, Luke Jones, ABC 13.
And typically, people who go to Ross, they have a minimum of, like a minimum amount of money, right? Mm-hmm. They don't plan on spending a lot of money. When you go to Ross, you don't plan on spending a lot of money. So now I probably got like this $30, $40 limit, and now you gonna solicit me for a few dollars that gonna probably cost me $37.50. Now them I ain't think about $60 or $70. No, wait, hold on. You got to go to like the mall to where people expect to spend like $200-$300. You know what I'm saying? Something like that right there. But hey, you got away unscathed. You still alive, and now we got Cookie them. We got Cookie them off the block. That's what's up. Maybe out here hustling meat and monkey. Baby, do not discriminate. Shout out to Cookie. Get your money, baby. How many of y'all remember the Brick Lady? Y'all remember the Brick Lady? She back in the news. Old Brick Baby. Brick Baby back in the news. Remember she had done said, and black men just standing around and watch somebody hit me in the head with a brick. And we were like, that bit lying. That bit lying. Oh, well, she went to court.
We begin with some late breaking news. Fox 26's Sherman DeSalle joining us live from the newsroom now with what's going on here. Sherman.
Yeah, so there's a few top stories that we're looking at. GoFundMe schemers found guilty tonight. Car crashes into a vet clinic in Montgomery County and fire scorches land in Galveston Island. That's some of the top stories tonight. Let's start with the GoFundMe scheme story. Remember Rhoda Osmond? We talked about her.
She looked mess.
A few times for the last couple of years. In 2023, she was known as the Brick Lady online. She made claims that a man threw a brick at her head outside of a bar in West Houston because she didn't give him her phone number. Well, she went on to collect $42,000 through a GoFundMe campaign she started after that. Well, a Harris County jury found her guilty of theft. She has to spend 90 days in jail, 10 years probation. She has to pay restitution, 10 years of no social media, which is big for her brand. All right, so let's go to the second story. In Montgomery County, a crazy car crash.
They say 10 years off social media?
Years probation. She has to pay restitution, 10 years of no social media, which is big for her brand.
And she have a brand, whatever her brand was. She can't be on social media for 10. Damn. Even watch it. Even inmates get to be on Instagram and TikTok. Try to think about that right there. Even inmates get to be on social media. Huh? I know, and thank y'all. There is no sound on Rumble. I do apologize. That's a hell of a, what is that thing called? That's a hell of a punishment. Bitch, I can't be on the ground.
$42,000 through a GoFundMe campaign she started after that. Well, a Harris County
done got in trouble by $42,000.
Jury found her guilty of theft. She has to spend 90 days in jail, 10 years probation. She has to pay restitution, 10 years of no social media, which is big for her brand. All right, so let's go to the second.
Call out there, hey man. So I wonder, or I think somebody pointed out why her face had swelled up. I just don't remember of why her face had swelled up like that. I don't know. I think that she was allergic to something or something like that right there. Oh no. No, she did get hit with the brick, if I'm not mistaken. But the reason that she said that she got hit with the brick was the lie. If I'm not mistaken, somebody correct me. They say she gonna be in jail for 10 years over social media. Oh, I can believe that. Ain't nowhere in the hell you can go 10 without being on social media. It's all right. It's damn near impossible. You think she had a bad reaction to something too. Makeup artist. You say, Willie, she got hit with a water. Oh yeah. I played that video. Yes, it was a water bottle. It sure enough was, because like months after somebody released the video or something, and we was able to get it from like another angle or something like that right there. Lying and shit. Yeah. That baby got in trouble for lying. She never thought that she would have got in trouble for lying. I promise you that right there. Let's go to Atlanta real quick. We have a father. Shout out to all these father stories. I'm so glad that fathers is in the news, because truth be told, people don't think that we out here fathers. You know what I'm saying? And damn it, we got a lot of fathers out here. That's what's up. But we have a man who has been shot by his daddy over an argument with his girlfriend. Behind some monkey. Behind some father shoots son over an argument that son and girlfriend was having. Girlfriend calls his daddy. Here we go.
Breaking news out of Fulton County this morning, a shooting overnight in Buckhead.
Right now we know one man is dead. This happened at an apartment complex on Far Road in Buckhead. 11 Alive Stephanie Chaynock following this story live from the scene this morning. So Steph, we know 2 people at this point are being questioned. What are you learning?
Yeah, that's right, Jonathan and Aisha. The scene behind me here at this Buckhead apartment complex now clear. When we first got here, there was a large police presence. As far as those two people that police are questioning in connection to this deadly shooting, we're learning that they are the victim's father and also the victim's girlfriend. The man found dead, 32 years old. Here's a look at the scene earlier. The shooting happening around midnight in the parking lot of 55 Far Apartments here right off Peachtree Road. Atlanta police say there was some sort of an argument, dispute inside of an apartment here between a man and a woman who are in a relationship. The woman then called her boyfriend's father, who drove over to help de-escalate the situation. Police say there was a dispute between the father and the son in the parking lot when multiple shots went off, police finding the victim shot dead.
While on scene, one of the involved parties exited the residence. Officers heard gunshots. They responded outside and located a 32-year-old male suffering from multiple gunshot wounds, deceased outside.
And a neighbor here says she was actually sitting on her couch watching the news when she heard about 20 shots going off. She actually said she thought they were fireworks. We're still waiting to hear back from the medical examiner's office on the identity of that 32-year-old man. Live.
Well, the identity is the son, right? I would love to know. This is great, right? So the girlfriend got the daddy number. And that's cool because, you know, like when we be in relations, father-in-laws, mom-in-laws, and all that fly stuff right there. I'm going to read a few of these comments. Say unbelievable. Say father of the year. Say shh. He say he's super tender. He say, did I hear 20 shots? Yeah, 20 shots to his son. That's wow. Emotions. You say family values. That's what say. What happened? I would love to know what happened. Also, this is a strange one right here. Cause now all I can do is speculate. It's all I can do is speculate. I got a strong feeling that the girlfriend was smashing the daddy. I have a strong feeling that the argument was about the father smashing the girlfriend. That is what I'm thinking right now. Hold on. What was that for 14 hours ago? So that was 4 hours. So the 14. Oh, we got 2 hours ago. All right. What? Damn it. This is a short video then. Hold on. This was short. Let me. I gotta grab it back like this right here. We're gonna wait for this commercial.
Of US TV.
Got some from 2 hours ago. Let's see what they're gonna tell us.
Charges.
Back it up.
A father is facing charges in the shooting death of his son at a Buckhead apartment complex. It all started just after midnight on Far Road Northwest. There was initially some sort of argument between a woman and her boyfriend. The woman called her boyfriend's father, 54-year-old Durante Tolliver. The police were also called and on that scene when the shooting happened.
The police was on the scene when the shooting happened?
Tolliver left with his son and then officers heard gunshots from the parking lot. The man then died at the scene.
So him and the father left. She said that the father and the son left and then he shot him?
It happened. Police say Tolliver left with his son and then officers heard gunshots from the parking lot. The man then died at the scene. Tolliver's charges include murder as well as aggravated assault.
So it's not self-defense. Oh, so this wasn't no self-defense thing. Hold on. The police questioned the father and the shooter. All right, hold on. So we got questions. I can't let this go that quick.
We are following breaking news as you start your Thursday morning. A 32-year-old man is dead after a family dispute turned violent overnight. And police say his father is now being questioned.
Atlanta News First Don Shipman is live with the First Alert breaking news tracker outside the apartments complex where this happened. Don,
I'm trying to tell y'all, I think that the girlfriend and the daddy were doing something.
What more do we know?
Well, we know that police were here when this shooting happened. They were actually inside the apartment, and then the shooting happened just outside. I want you to take a look at what it looked like at the height of the investigation. This whole area was cordoned off. Police were here, investigators were here, and police say this is what happened. Officers responded to a 911 call to these apartments on Far Road shortly after midnight. When they got here, they found a couple arguing, a man and a woman arguing. Police say that the girlfriend had also called the boyfriend's father for help. While police were inside the apartment interviewing the girlfriend, the father was outside with his son. Then, all of a sudden, police say officers heard gunshots outside.
He shot his son while the police was there. So the son had to do something.
They rushed outside, and they found the son dead. Neighbors told us they heard a burst of gunfire.
At first I thought, okay, is it fireworks? Because sometimes we get fireworks out here. And I just walked to my balcony, and literally the cops were on it right away. But that's how I knew it wasn't fireworks.
And at this point, police aren't saying who pulled the trigger, but they are questioning the father. The father is at police headquarters right now, and so is the girlfriend. No arrests have been announced. We're live.
All right. So this was before the last one that I just played. So now the father's charged with murder and all that fly stuff, and that's why I was like, so it ain't self-defense. They're not gonna do the self-defense thing. He say so they was lighter hue. You say I'm speculating. Say is she pregnant with the daddy baby, and that's what it could be. Dog, Do you know how hard you have to be pushed? How hard you have to be pushed to shoot your child while the police is on the scene? I don't know what these folk got going on around here, but something, boy. Oh, somebody, hold on. Somebody wrote in this comment section, because I just scrolled down. The father and girlfriend sounds like they was having an affair. What the F are you even calling his dad when the cops got called anyway? You say they were effing for sure. See? I'm trying to tell you now. I'm trying to tell you. This right here may be real easy. This may be a real easy explanation for what had done transpired. Got to be more careful. Listen, man, y'all give yourself a pat on the back. Y'all done made it to the end of the nightly news round here in the wonderful screen. Tomorrow is Halloween. Halloween is tomorrow. You say maybe she was his daddy's ex. Hell, now that's a good little question. Watch it. Why can't, let's start at the rail. Why can't, why do we as a people have a problem if somebody dates your ex? Like your friend and or your family member dates your ex. You know, you didn't want the ex. The shit didn't work out with y'all. Huh? So why do we as a people look at it as you can't mess with who I had to mess with when y'all wasn't a match? You know what I'm saying? Like that is really like a problem. You can't mess with like my baby mama or something. Like, well, I'm going to eliminate like the baby mama. Like no. Hell no. All the way across the board. Why people you know can't date the people who you used to be with? You say it's called respect. Oh, all right. You're about the Rio de Janeiro going to war with the cartel. No, I gotta look into that right there. You say it's too close. And ladies, let me ask y'all something. Why is it if a dude try to holler at you and you ain't going, you don't like him, you like, nah, I'm straight, you would get mad if he holler at your friend and your friend accepts him and your friend is digging on him? Why is that? He said, well, I sent you the report on Twitter. Okay. So I'm going to have to go inside my Twitter feed and look at that right there. He said, you can't control where your heart wants to be. Go ahead on and tell him. Tell him. Respect, but you not with him no more. Yeah. Listen, I look at relationships as like eras in your life. Relationships is to get you to like your next goal or your next step in your life. I don't know. And it's crazy because we be in relationships and act like the people who be around us don't like the people that we be in relationships with. We have a false sense of it's a word that I'm trying to find, but I ain't gonna be able to find it. But a false sense of reality sometimes. Oh. Like it's just crazy. Like it's just really, really crazy. And in my mind, I'm gonna say it like the real. People say, well, it's a respect thing. All right. I think, let me explain. I think that if somebody get mad because a friend or a family dates your ex, if you get mad at that person, I want y'all to think about this right here. You still like the person that you're not in a relationship with. Huh? Can that be a case? Can we say that right there? Because imagine, like a lot of us, we be in relationships and we leave people. We initiate the breakup, like it's just over with, yada, yada, yada. You can go on about the goddamn business. And then somebody that you know, a friend and or a family, go to dating that person. And now you mad with your peoples for dating that person when you didn't want to be with that person no more. For whatever reason. You ain't want that person no more. You don't even supposedly don't like that person no more. Then why is you mad though? Say if you born with a meat, you can't own a monkey. He say she used her intuition, right? I'm just thinking, y'all. I just, because life is short. Life is short. Hell. Even in the Bible tells you, players, if your brother died, that you supposed to take on your brother's wife. Just saying. That's what the Bible said. I don't know. I guess we think that, well, yeah. I don't know what we think. I just think that we just been following the script for so long and we don't divert from the script enough to really, I don't think we open up our lives because everybody, like they say that there's somebody for everybody, which I don't believe. Well, no. I can believe that right now, that there's somebody for everybody. But the thing about that right there is there's multiple people for somebody also. Because we can't have there's just not enough people for everybody to have that one person to themselves. Yes, that's the basis of polygamy. Yes. So I do believe that there's somebody for everybody. But for certain people, there's multiple people for that person. Just saying. Say, Willie, keep that one in the Bible. Just saying. I don't. Somebody that was not good for you, they may be good for your homegirl. They may be good for your homeboy. They may be good for your brother. They may be good for your little cousin or something. Here, they may be good for your daddy. They may be good for your mama. You know, they just want good for you. And we have to stop blocking people's blessings. Because it wasn't a blessing when you was with the person. Just saying, we got to let go and let God. See, there's somebody for everyone every day or month. Yeah, it is. It's somebody for everybody. Somebody for everybody. Players, prostate cancer awareness right here at the Willie Williams Show says just a finger. So your prostate don't work, your meat don't work. Mess around and lose your little la-la or your life. It's your choice. You make the call. Your body, your booty. I am here to help. Yes, I am. Yes, I'm here. You say, hey, Willie, do you got brothers and sisters? Yep. 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 Say, just like people always say that their dead loved ones are looking down. He say, I thought heaven was a very exclusive club to get into. That's a good one. That's a good one. Just saying, man. I just listen. This whole I keep trying to tell y'all, question everything, and I think the way that we have been just focused going in this direction to where a lot of people, they do veer off and this is how they find different ways to live life and all that, and it can be real enjoyable to get off of the path that somebody else done sought for you. Just saying. I'm finna go out on the girl and up out of here. I appreciate y'all for rocking. We'll try it again tomorrow on Rumble to try to get it right. I'll try to get it right again tomorrow. And thank y'all for being on Twitch. Appreciate that right there. Appreciate that right there. I hope that y'all enjoyed. Finna go ahead on to get on up out of here. Y'all have a good one. Listen, stay alive. Tomorrow Halloween. Y'all get to dress up. Appreciate y'all for rocking. Excuse me. I'm